After 4 years of putting up content on YouTube every single day, thousands of videos, tens of millions of views, hundreds of millions of comments, I woke up this morning and what I saw absolutely stunned me. I could not believe what I was seeing. Late last night, as an afterthought, I put up a poll over at the Communities tab, and it had 5 options. Each option represented a compromise. When I woke up this morning and saw the results, I just could not believe my eyes. I'm still trying to process it, but I'm going to try to share it as today's video. It wasn't what I was going to originally speak of. But I guess it goes to this thing on the right. The truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. Let it loose. It will defend itself. Now, over here on the left is the poll. I'm going to maximize this out real quick so people can see it a little better. Try to zoom it in here so people can see what these results are. The question was just this: what would you choose? There were 5 different options, and each had an option in it that someone usually from the left wouldn't like, or someone from the right wouldn't like, but there was something in each choice for everyone. The first choice, Donald Trump is president for a second term, but mandatory vaccines. See, that's something the people on the right would really like to see, but something else they wouldn't like to see. Joe Biden is president in 2021 is the second choice. However, vaccines remain optional. Once again, people on the right not liking the idea of Joe Biden as president, but liking the idea of vaccines remaining optional. The compromise. Both resign, option number 3. Kamala Harris is president, but something conservatives have tried to do for half a century. For half a century, comes to pass. Roe v. Wade overturned. Option 4, both resign. Mike Pence as president, but free universal health care. Something the left would like. The left probably wouldn't be a giant fan of Mike Pence as president, but they could probably, accept it for free universal health care. And then the last option, all 4 resign. Nancy Pelosi is president. $2,000 a month for a year. 24 grand. Free money. And what won? Donald Trump as president for only 4 more years. But mandatory vaccines for everyone. That's what won. It won going away. It over doubled the number 2 choice, and 1,500 people voted. And Roe v. Wade was last? Roe v. Wade was last. Joe Biden being president, vaccines optional, all 4 resigned. Nancy Pelosi is president, $2,000 a month for a year. They tied at 3rd place. I mean, absolutely just stunning results. Excuse me for 1 second. Sorry about that. Just very, very dry in here today. But I wanted to go over this with everyone because I guess I don't understand it. What possible benefit could you get for the next 4 years of Donald Trump being president that would counteract the idea of people being strapped to tables, handcuffed to cages, and having vaccines shoved in their arms against their will? What could he possibly do? What in 4 years that would counteract that? And don't get me started on this. Do you know how many hundreds of thousands of innocent lives would be saved just for 4 years of Kamala Harris? 4 years of Kamala Harris. Overturn Roe v. Wade. This was the number 2 option. You get Mike Pence. It's not Donald Trump, but you still have a conservative president. But you have to accept Bernie care. And we have to give the progressives their way on this and give them free health care. To me, I thought this was the best option. I thought this was the best compromise. It truly was. And then there was, of course, I had to put an option in for the money because of where people are right now, financially, just not in a good place. You don't get any of those people, but you get $24,000 in free money. I'm just absolutely stunned. My number 1 pick was by far, I thought Mike Pence and universal health care would be the number 1 choice. I thought the number 2 choice would be between the money and Roe v. Wade being overturned. And then I thought for sure Biden would be, but the mandatory vaccine thing, I thought for sure would be last. And it was first. And it was first. And I thought about this too. Sometimes God will put a Goliath in your life for you to find the David within you. Perhaps that's what needs to happen to conservatives right now, is that they need to understand something, that it isn't about one man. No matter how much you like him, no matter how much you agree with what he did or what he said or, this policy or that policy, no one is that good. Now, these were, of course, hypothetical options, but it does give us an insight. It gives us a window into the thinking of people, that it's all about a man now. It's not about ideas. Because think about this critically. So my audience is mostly people my age, mid-40s and on, mostly men. Almost all conservatives. 1 second. Sorry. It's not COVID. It's just very, very dry down here in Florida for some reason. But seriously, conservatives would give up Roe v. Wade, $2,000 a month, optional vaccines, and free universal health care. They'd give all that up, and they would accept mandatory vaccines for 4 more years of Donald Trump. If that's not an OMG moment, I don't know what is. I truly don't know what is. I'm probably dating myself here with these memes, but this is Janice on the left. This is from Friends years ago. I probably don't have to explain this, but probably should be clear. Ex-girlfriend of Chandler on the right, and once in a while they run into each other, and apparently she's still carrying some kind of a flame for the guy, and she has this incredibly annoying voice, but every time she appears, she has this very dramatic, oh my God, that she does, and, part of his shtick was his, oh no, 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 and that's literally what I thought of when I saw the results of the poll. I could not believe it. I absolutely could not believe it. And I'll show this one more time here, right at the end. Pardon me. So people know I'm not saying this is like 50 people. This was 1,500 respondents in 13 hours. 47% of the people who watched this channel or who saw this poll, 47% said they would be okay with mandatory vaccines as long as Donald Trump was president for a second term. It's just unbelievable. That Roe v. Wade was last is actually more surprising to me for simply 4 years of Kamala Harris. So, anyway, I will leave it there. This New Year's Eve. I guess this is a great way, I shouldn't say great way, probably a unsurprising way for 2020 to end a result like this. So, but hope everyone has a good New Year's Eve. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.